Hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm also known as Mama Quack, and here's one of our clucks, Kaylee. And we are going to be doing a video for you today on making venison jerky. This is something that we have done as a family for quite a few years, and it is a good, of course, high protein snack for kids to be able to take to school, afternoon snacks after school, anything like that. Our son actually was the first to start making jerky in our family, and he was only about 10 when he started. So we're gonna go through and give you some of the things that we use that makes it easy to have the kids involved, I think. It's really important for them to have things that they can make on their own in the kitchen. So here we go. The first thing I'm gonna start out with that I swear by is the easiest for making jerky. This is the Nesco Jerky XPress. It runs about $38 on Amazon. You cannot beat the price. It is a workhorse. It is awesome for kids. They cannot mess it up, so you can't beat it. Let me show you a little bit about how this does. Your top layer comes off. That's where you have your drying mechanism, your electrical plugs. This, of course, has to be hand washed. And then you have these plastic stackable trays. The best part about these, they go in the dishwasher. Can't beat it. Top rack. You've got several layers, and if you need more, there's additional available on Amazon. So again, this is the Nesco Jerky XPress, about $38 on Amazon. And I'll try to put that link down below for you. With your Nesco Jerky XPress, comes out of the box, you get your jerky gun. This is what makes it so easy for your kids. You basically load your meat in your tube. It comes with 3 different sizes of jerky. You can make larger sticks. You can make smaller sticks. These are gonna come out like your Slim Jims that you buy in the store. Or you can make your flat jerky, which is gonna come out more like your
bacon.
Yeah, kind of. Basically, I'm gonna go through the easy step and then we're gonna show you. It's basically a matter of filling your tube. This is for using with ground meat. Like I said, we're doing venison today, but you can use beef, you can use ground turkey, ground chicken, anything that fits your fancy. And it gives this gun, and what that does is makes it easy for kids or anybody to be able to put their jerky out on their trays. Now, also, in your pack, you get a recipes and instruction booklet. In this booklet, this is not just a jerky maker. This is your basic dehydrator. You can do fruits, you can do vegetables, you can do fruit strips. You can do all kinds of different stuff, and your recipes and drying times are in here. So please keep that and reference it. To start you out, you get 2 packs of seasoning and 2 packs of cure in your box as well. 1 pack of seasoning, 1 pack of cure equals 2 pounds of ground meat. It comes with a hot and spicy, and it comes with an original. Now, I personally, we will go through this 2 packs just in today. So I always order different, you can get them at different places. I swear by the Nesco brand seasonings. We have a daughter who has celiac disease, and this is one of the only gluten-free seasonings that I can find. So I get this on Amazon. I search around. I actually found this one at Walmart, but you can see you can get the hot and spicy, the original, and Leah happens to love mango habanero, so I found her one of those. So each box will do 6 pounds of meat. So there's 3 packets of cure, 3 packets of seasoning to do 2 pounds per packet. All right, now we are doing venison. That's something that's really important to our family. It's something that we eat a lot. Hunting is a long tradition in my family, and it is something that was passed down to our kids as well. This year, my father got several deer, so we've had those processed, and where we have them processed, vacuum seals it. I think that's so important. So it's vacuum sealed in pound packs of ground venison. One thing I'll say about hunting, I hear a lot of people, oh, you know, you gotta poor Bambi, and I understand that. However, when we shoot a deer, we use that deer. My father actually shot 5 this year. He could not eat 5 deer within our family, so he passed them along to families who could. And that's when I think it gets to be so important. You've got to understand that there are families out there, they need this in their freezer. This is good, lean meat for families, and that needs to be kept in mind. Okay, well, we're gonna get started and walk you through the process of making our venison jerky. All right, so we are ready to get into making our jerky. I am going to have Kaylee kind of doing most of it as I walk her through it. So she's gonna get a little dirty today. We did make sure she, of course, has washed her hands, scrubbed nails, and used hand sanitizer. I cannot stress that enough. That should always be stressed with all of your kids, and adults alike need to be reminded. But when you work in homestead like we do, it is a huge factor. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're gonna be doing 2 batches today. Each batch is 2 pounds. So we're gonna start our first batch, 1 pound each. All right, Kaylee. You can pour one of those into your bowl. There's your second. Thank you. I don't know if anybody noticed how I cut that bag. I always do a horizontal cut across the top, and then one cut down the middle to make it easier for the kids to just kind of invert them and dump it. Now, like I said, we are using the jerky seasonings and cures that come with the Jerky XPress by Nesco. You, by all means, can experiment. There's plenty of recipes. So your Jerky XPress will do any type of jerky you want to make. I tend to stick with these from Nesco. Like I said, they're gluten-free. They're already pre-measured, easy for the kids to dump. All right, the first one we're gonna be making is the Nesco original jerky. So that just gets dumped in the pot. That is the seasoning. There's 2 packs to each of these. So you have your seasoning pack, and you have your cure package. And they specifically will say seasoning and cure on them.
This smells good.
It does smell good. All right, you wanna start to mix with the spoon, but by the end, they're probably gonna have to get their hands down into it.
It's hard.
Yeah. You know how much you love to make that great meatloaf we make?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
I think you're gonna have to dig into it that way.
Like,
Uh-huh.
goodness.
There you go. Get in there and knead that meat and get it mixed in really good. How's it feeling? Is it feeling really mixed well? Any dry
Cold.
patches? Yes, it's cold.
That look good?
That does look pretty good. It looks pretty well mixed there. All right. Ready to wash those hands for a minute?
Yeah.
All righty. Okay, well, we have our meat completely mixed with our spices and cured. So now it's time to do the fun part, as our kids always think, and work with the gun. Okay, so it comes in your box like this. First things first, you're gonna unscrew the handle off of the gun. To start, to be able to load it, you're gonna push this silver piece here down and slide that way, just like that. So I'll do that again for you. It comes out of the box like this. Push your silver and slide it back, okay? Next part is gonna be to remove your red ring on that end and to pick whichever nozzle of type of jerky you wanna make first. We'll start with some sticks. So that goes on the end with your ring on top. And just screw that down on there, okay? All right, next, it's time to fill. You're gonna take your meat, and remember, we're doing venison, but you can do anything. You can do beef, chicken, ground turkey, any type of ground meat. All right, just kind of want to get it in there good. You're gonna want it packed kind of tight. I always just kind of shove it down in there. The best that I can, and then I have a small rubber baking spatula that helps me just kind of push it in there good. All right, I always try not to overload it. You've got to have, I kind of use this piece here as my guide as to how high to fill it to. See how I did that, Kaylee? All right, and then you're gonna screw your gun on. Now once you do this, you have basically what looks like a loaded caulking gun full of meat. And we're gonna use this to make jerky. You start with your base on the Jerky XPress. This counts as a tray. So don't forget that and not use it. Utilize all of your space. You want to crank your gun, you'll hear it, and you'll see this depress. Basically what's happening is as you're cranking, this is depressing and pushing your meat. You'll see my meat started to come through right here. All right, okay, you're gonna use this in the same way that you would use a caulking gun. You're gonna slowly crank out your sticks. Don't over pump it fast. This has to be a slow process. I usually do about 3 per stick. Okay, like that. Watch your end. Just kind of scoop that off. There you go. build our first base tray. I want you to pay attention to what's been done. There's spacing between all of our sticks. No one is touching the other, but it does not matter. You try to come as close to the center as you can, and there's usually space on the outside. You can see where we added some around the perimeter. That's perfectly fine. Now, we're gonna show you how to load your next tray. We have switched our nozzle to the flat. So we're gonna make the flat style jerky. You simply take one of your trays and you're gonna go about it the exact same way. Okay, and you'll see it makes these great flat pieces. You can guide it as it comes a little bit. Here we go. So we're gonna work on this second tray, and when we're done, we'll show you how everything stacks together. As you can see, Kaylee has filled our trays. We have 4 pounds of venison here. We have original and hot and spicy. And next, all we're going to do is stack our dehydrator trays. Now remember I said you can get additional trays on Amazon. Okay? Once you're stacked, you're gonna add your lid. It just goes down through that hole there and seals on your top like that. You plug it in. Now, before I switch the switch and it gets loud, you're gonna want this. Your regular jerky takes about anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 hours. This one's pretty loaded, so I'll probably do about 4 hours on this one. Of course, the more trays you add, the more time it's gonna need. So keep that in mind. So I'm gonna flip this on and we'll come back in about 4 hours and show you what we got. Okay, we are back. It has been about 5 hours that we have had our Nesco Jerky XPress running. I'm gonna flip that switch off and take our top off. And you can see how our jerky has dried out. Nice and easy. It'll even toughen up a little bit even more and get you a little bit more of that pull bite once it's cooled down. But I can take you through and show you the different trays, all evenly done. Okay. Kaylee, you want to try a bite? I know you're not big on the hot and spicy. You can get the original.
That's good.
Pretty good, huh? Isn't that good? And that's all we do to make our jerky. Now, when you get ready to bag it up, you'll notice that the jerky still has some of the oils and grease that comes off of it when it's being dried. So I simply bag it up in Ziploc baggies, but I do try to put a paper towel and blot those off a little bit before we bag them. And I also put a paper towel in the bottom of the bag just to help with that. And it is good, doesn't need to be refrigerated. It's good on your counter, pantry. And that is how we make our venison jerky. Good, huh? Still eating it. So thanks for joining us today. We really love it when you can join us in our kitchen and love being able to show you some of the things we do here on our farm. Thanks for checking out Two Quacks, 5 Clucks Farm. And be sure to like us, click that subscribe button, share, make any comments you like. I'm usually really good about responding, so we will see you guys next time.
Quack, quack.